Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. So what did I tell you guys? Manny Pacquiao is going to win Fighter of the Year for WBN. I did tell you guys, didn't I? I did tell you guys that the problem is, in terms of Fighter of the Year, you know, most people had Canelo winning it. Let's be real, most people had Canelo winning it, the Fighter of the Year this year. But when it comes to a voting system, and a lot of you were saying WBN's corrupt and WBN's this, WBN's that, they had him on the short list of Fighter of the Year, and he's won it because Manny Pacquiao's fan base is huge, and most of the casual boxing fans love Manny Pacquiao, so they're going to vote for Manny Pacquiao. Even if he had a not that great a year, people are going to vote for him because he's got such a huge fan base and a loving fan base. And it's not just a fan base where people like to watch him, it's like the love, like they literally love him. Like, you know, he's got that kind of fan base. For me personally, even though I had Manny Pacquiao Fighter of the Decade, I had Canelo Fighter of the Year, but it doesn't bother me that Manny Pacquiao's got, you know, Fighter of the Year for WBN. And the results are going to be announced tomorrow, and he's going to get the award because he's winning by a landslide and nobody's even close. I think he's got 80% of the votes, so he's way far ahead. And I read the article that I read clearly said that unless there's a miracle, Manny Pacquiao is going to win the Fighter of the Year with the WBN. So this is what I was saying when a lot of you were saying politics, etc. I do think Manny should have been on the short list for the Fighter of the Decade, but I understand why they've done it, because I think in their eyes, they don't think Manny Pacquiao's Fighter of the Decade, right? And they probably know if we put him on the Fighter of the Decade list, he's probably going to win on votes. So that's probably why they had him off the shortlist, which is wrong. But I understand from their point of view why they've done it, because in their eyes, they don't see him as Fighter of the Decade. They don't think he deserved to win Fighter of the Decade. So I can see why. But obviously with the Fighter of the Year situation, they knew that they have to put him on the list because Manny Pacquiao had an exceptional year this year. You know, for 41-year-old, he beat Thurman and beat Broner. But I always said that, forget the 41-year-old, that doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, we're judging everyone equally. What their age is irrelevant. But brilliant. He's won it with the WBN. I don't think he's won it with anybody else. I think this is the only one because it was a voting system. I don't think the others are the voting system. So I think, you know, it's a great achievement for him. He's gone on to win another award. But some of you have mentioned that I don't really think it really matters. Does Manny Pacquiao care about winning Fighter of the Year? How many Fighter of the Year awards has he won? So many. You know, I don't think at this point in his career that either Floyd or Manny really care about Fighter of the Year. Fighter of the Decade is different because Fighter of the Decade is massive. It's like the Fighter of the Decade. But in terms of Fighter of the Year, I don't really think Manny's won so many of them, you know. So it is what it is. I don't really think, you know, it's gonna make much difference to him. But obviously, it's still a great achievement at his age to be a Fighter of the Year. It's exceptional, you know, and you have to give the man credit for having the year he had. It just also shows how big a fan base he has, because most people would argue that he didn't deserve it more than Canelo. Canelo fought stronger fighters this year. You know, he fought Danny Jacobs and Kovalev, and Pacquiao fought Broner and Thurman. And you could have an argument that Canelo, not an argument, I would say that Canelo's resume this year was a far stronger. You know, Danny Jacobs is a very, very good fighter, and Kovalev, although he's past his best, you know, he's a 2 weights above Canelo. So Canelo went up 2 weights, to fight a guy that was past his best, but still 2 weights above, and Kovalev was winning. So Canelo found a knockout to win that fight. So it was an exceptional performance. But hey ho, Manny Pacquiao wins it. Good on him. 41-year-old, still doing his thing, still going out there and smashing it. And yeah, let's see what 2020 holds for Manny Pacquiao. You know, there's some big fights. Can he go on to become Fighter of the Year again? Or will he even be on the shortlist? Let's see. I think this year is going to be a lot tougher for Manny Pacquiao, because I think he's going to be slung into fights possibly that are going to be a lot tougher. I think Errol Spence is going to be a lot tougher physically. Porter fight, if that happens, I don't think that's going to happen, but that's also a very tough fight. There's other fights. Danny Garcia, I think he beats Garcia. I don't think that's as tough, but let's see. I think 2020 is going to be very exciting for Pacquiao. But what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.